Well, hey there once again there, boys and girls. Elton here in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, keeping it almost 90% of the time in solitude, like so many of you. Not that we really have a choice. I'll be going out later and enjoying some of that sunshine, but as usual, it'll be short and sweet. So, wait, what's that I hear coming? Meh, whatever. Anyway, so I thought it would be a good time to make a part 3 to my old truck photos that I have there. Got my cup of coffee over here. And I've been looking at this cup lately, and I realized that this cup, I think, has been in my family for like 30 years. Because it says underneath, I think, 1990 or 1989. And so that's a bloody long time, man. Obviously, I must have got it from my mom, along with other dishware and utensils and all stuff, probably when I moved out on my own, or moved in with my brother back in like 1999. Alright, so this is again, like I said, part 3 to my old truck photos that I took here in Montreal between 2012 and between 2011 and 2012, and I wasn't doing any videos at that time because I lost my digital camera, and since I'm not very apt to change very quickly, I didn't bother getting a new digital camera until I think the end of 2012. But in the interim, for those 2 years almost, I took a lot of great pictures of trucks and other stuff, of course, buses and subways and all that hullabaloo. So anyway, so this will be part 3, like I said, and there'll be one more part to this, I think, maybe one more. That's about it, and then I'll focus my energies on other stuff, like that series of videos I was making of the photos I took of like luxury cars, mostly that American cars that gangsters would have drove at that time, whatever, let's say in the 80s and earlier, for the most part. All right, so here we go. So here, as you can see, on the corner of Notre Dame and Dollard Street is a really smoky old International. I don't know what's up with that. Must have some blown valves or something, or I don't know. Pretty sketch. But I was glad I got it though, even though it's out of focus. Yeah. Okay, now as I mentioned in the last installment, you might have noticed I don't have practically any pictures of Kenworth W900s, and that's the only one I think I have left, because when I used to sell on eBay, there was a guy, he bought all of them. He bought almost every picture I took. Or if not him, somebody else, because this is, the iconic American big rig. This one was in Montreal East. It was doing fuel deliveries, and interestingly enough, it was a 95, so imagine the truck was already almost 20 years old, Speaking of 20 years old, that's about the case at that time for this, well, I don't know, whatever, fucking 80s, early 90s F600, F700 Ford. It was parked on Saint Laurent Street, right above Jean Talon Metro. Very nice shape. I wonder what happened to it. You can see this truck probably did not have a lot of mileage. I think it might have been a farm truck. Look, it's straight. It's not scratched. It's not dusted. It's not rusted. It's not dented. Even the chrome bumper was in superb condition. So, again, I'm sure there wasn't many miles in this thing. I remember taking a peek on the inside. It was like mint. Take a little swig of coffee here. I'm in pretty good shape for a guy who didn't sleep at all a couple of nights ago due to the ongoing acid reflux problem. So yeah, I had to do some changes, so hopefully I can get rid of that because it's fucking annoying. That's a HEMA Quebec blood truck, and that was yeah, that was next to a church near Saint Laurent Street and Chabanel. Yeah, on the snow, have Freightliner FL. And there is, that's an old Westmount fire truck, seen responding on Sherbrooke Street near station, what is it again, 78? Let me see here. No, 76. And this is, I think it was a Spartan Superior. I could be wrong, could be a KME, could be a Pierce, I don't know. From the side, they all look alike, Nice little highway view there, summertime, sunset, Volvo with a Peterbilt in the eastbound direction. This was near my old job there near L'Esplanade before Saint Laurent Street. And that was about the same time I took a picture of this nice International Eagle. And there's another one. This one got a custom grill on it. Oh, by the way, any of these pictures can be bought for $2 each if you're interested. And there's another eagle right there. And actually, thanks to my friend Jack in New Hampshire, he bought like 7 of these. So, yeah, and at $2 a pop, I don't charge the shipping. It's like maybe $2 to ship. It's not a big deal. Here's a nice Pete 378, 379 on Notre Dame and St. Pierre Street in Lachine, Ville St. Pierre. Yeah, not on the nicest days. This is a shot I really like a lot. Really cool. You know, here's an international, I don't know what this model's called, very unusual, very beautiful and unusual color, two-tone. It's brown, and the guy driving is brown. You got the, you know, the truck in the sun there on Saint Laurent Street. That's Cremazy and Highway 40 Metropolitan in the background. Very cool stuff. I like that a lot. Nice shot. Good old Freightliner FLD. You know, I mean, these trucks, but you know, when they were made in the 90s, these were like guaranteed like 500,000 miles. That's how well made they were. And again, of course, I took a lot of pictures in this area on Notre Dame and St. Pierre Dollar because I lived in Ville St. Pierre for 3 years. Speaking of fire trucks responding, there's a nice little Spartan Superior, probably 95 with a Detroit power. Seen responding from Station 3 at the corner of Peel and Notre Dame downtown. Yeah, I like those rotating lights, those cues there, because they're just a nice softer glow of red, you know. And back in Lachine, right at the Lafleur Bridge there, there's got this Pete on Dollard Street, or is it St. Pierre? I don't know, but anyway, I think it's after the bridge it becomes Dollard. I don't know, whatever. And back on Highway 40 Metropolitan in Cremazy, there's a nice old International Eagle. This is probably I think a late 80s, early 90s model. I thought that was cool how they did the stacked headlights. Nobody else really did that. And I'm going to change hands over here because it gets kind of annoying to hold after a while. I wonder if this truck is still around. Laidlaw on top of that. Sanitation company. There's another fire truck, an E1. Same place again, different time. E1 means emergency 1. E1 Cyclone. And it just turned off of L'Esplanade, right where I worked actually for Saint-Hubert for 2.5 years doing customer service. There it is on Cremazy next to the Highway Metropolitan. A good old Ford L9000 Aeromax with the twin steer wheels. That's what you call the extra wheels in the front. And people have asked me, they're like, why? This is like the only place I've ever seen that you see 4 wheels like that. And they're like, why? And I figure personally it's because of weight. I think it's because our roads a lot of the roads or for a long time were in such piss poor conditions. I think it was just a safety thing, just for more stability. And this was on Saint Jacques Street, where Saint Jacques splits into what's it called, Avon or whatever, to go to Montreal West. But this truck was heading towards Highway 20. And I think I filmed this truck in snow removal operations at least once in Ville St. Pierre. What happened to it? Who knows? This is on Papineau Boulevard. Nice International there, 2000 something. At what height in Papineau? I don't know. I would say probably near Laurier. And another nice highway scene here, Highway Metropolitan. Probably closer, this is probably more in the St. Leonard, Montreal North area. Kind of cool, you got a couple of Fords there. You know, the F800, the F550, and the Peterbilt, what is that, a 377? I don't remember what the hell this model's called. Yep. Kenworth, I think it's a T600, not sure. Not sure if that company exists anymore. Normandin. That was parked again in Ville St. Pierre and Lachine on the corner of St. Pierre and Notre Dame behind the Tim Hortons there. What's that moving company again? That trucking company. Sorry, I can't remember. The name escapes me now. I don't know why. It's there. Where the old CCF building used to be, Canadian Car and Foundry. Look at this beautiful scene here, right here again in Ville St. Pierre, Highway 20. Near the Saint Jacques exit. There's a nice looking Mack Freightliner. Beautiful summer day. Yeah. Well, I hope I can do this again, you know, sometime, but I don't know, man. The way things are looking, yeah. Even these trucks, you don't see these much anymore because I don't think this model was really made into the 2000s. I know it came out in '89, the Max CH, but around here, this is the Rust Belt. You just don't see them that much anymore, you know. That's on Highway 20 westbound. This was in Point Claire, I think. And again, the same area. You got your run-of-the-mill Western Star, which I never know what the hell model this is. And with a typical also Freightliner. Yeah. Now this is one of the rarest trucks I've ever photographed. And I don't even think I've ever even filmed one. That, yeah. Now if you're from the States, especially places like New York City, you know that this is a CCC. And I wouldn't be surprised if this truck was from New York City, actually, because these were popular for sanitation, for garbage trucks and street cleaners. And it looks like this was a street cleaner. Very cool. As a matter of fact, I don't even care if I don't sell this photo because it's perfectly exposed. The lighting is great. It's seen coming, you know, right next to crossing Cremazy Boulevard and Highway Metropolitan, Trans-Canada. Very nice old truck, you know. And I wanted to save this picture for last. But as they say, last but not least, very cool stuff. Check that out, man. Is that cool or what? Damn, I'm not sure I should have turned on that light there. There we go. This was in Ville-Saint-Pierre once again on the Rue Saint-Joseph. I mean, look at this beautiful group of trucks, of vintage trucks. You got your Ford L8000, 9000. There's a Freightliner FLD next to that. Next to that is an International S Series, and then no less than that is a GMC Brigadier. What the fuck happened to these trucks? And the company that was there no longer exists. All those trucks are gone. Who the hell knows where they are now? I wish I knew, but I'm sure what's cool is that some of you will probably tell me what happened to some of these rigs. And again, all these pictures I took between 2011 and 2012. And it's funny because some of these trucks, you know, like this picture here, it already seems like such a long time ago because this has disappeared. This truck, I never saw it again. You know, the blue Ford L9000 you saw, never saw it again. That Kenworth semi-tanker, who the hell knows? You know, because here in Quebec they have this fucking bullshit law where you can't actually plate a vehicle for regular. You can't plate a heavy truck for regular use. You can only plate a heavy truck, commercial truck, or you can only plate a commercial vehicle for regular use if it's local driving. It can't be used for long distance. And you know why? That's because of the fucking insurance companies. No question about that, you know. So thanks for watching. Oh, that's good coffee. There's nothing like making a great cup of coffee. Here's a little view of my diamond reel that I built a few years ago. I'm going to have to put some work. I'm going to see if I can put some work today on the 747 because I wasn't feeling well for a week. I had like a headache and I was tired. And it was because my glasses were broken and I did a Mickey Mouse job fixing them. Oh, fucking shit. And my plant is really reaching for the sun, eh? Alright guys, so that's it. Hope you enjoyed that, and keep your stick on the ice there, as Red Green would say. And as Mike McDonald would say, who unfortunately passed away, don't take any wooden nickels. Take it easy guys. Bye-bye.